Alright, you guys know the drill. First up, we're drinking cabbage juice. Cheers, chin chin. Whew. Actually, I was kind of thirsty, so that actually felt nice. Hey guys, it's Sue here. Welcome back to my channel. How have you guys been? I've missed you guys. For today's video, I thought I would share with you guys a couple of things that I always or never try to do to take good care of my skin. Now, these things are a bit more particular. Oh my gosh, and I found a bug. Ew, no, stop. Oh my gosh, what is that? As I was saying, some of the things that I do are a bit more particular, I should say, and a bit more specific, aside from never smoking, never drinking. That's a lie. I do drink twice a year. So these things are a little bit more detailed and are less obvious, and I thought it would be fun to share them with you guys. So let's get started right away. I can't help but stare at that bug. It is annoying. First thing I always try to do is I always try to avoid anything too drastic for my skin, whether it be from using water that's too cold to too hot, or using products that are too drying, or using products that are too nourishing, or even getting skin facial treatments like the Chanel injection that I got recently. I believe leaving your skin and letting your skin be and do its thing is probably one of the best things you can do to take good care of it, because at the end of the day, it is not just a dormant lump that we have. It's an organ. It has its functions, it has its roles, it has cells that it's trying to do its job. And let me tell you something, sometimes we disruptive. We can be disruptive by using too many products or too little products, or products that are not actually right for our own skins. And so I really truly believe in providing a really mild, kind of peaceful environment for the skin to do its own thing. And so that's why I try to avoid anything too drastic, anything that's too polar on the spectrum. The second thing I always try to do is detox. And no, this does not mean starve yourself for 24 hours and drink nothing but lemon juice. No, the idea that you can just flush out any impurities from your body and leave your body squeaky clean is fake. To be honest, it's a scam. So don't do it, guys. That's just depriving your body of food, nutrients, and water that it really needs. So let's go back to the beginning and discuss what the meaning of detox is. Basically, detox is to get rid of any unhealthy substances from your body, and our skin, liver, kidney, and sometimes lung does this. It is up to our organs to do this. Now, how do toxins pile up in our bodies anyways? So this might come from air pollution, a lot of microdust, just really bad air, and of course from what you eat. Junk food, processed instant food that are filled with, to be honest, I have no idea what. Probably a lot of the chemical unhealthy things, right? And also our body naturally piles up toxins as a result of any metabolic processes. So all these toxins pile up in their body, and it's the responsibility of our organs to clean these out. Now, there are a couple of things that we can do to help our body and our organs do this. One of them is to sweat it out, of course. And I'm talking about, yes, exercising. It is not my video if I don't emphasize the importance of exercising, taking care of yourself, what's inside your body as well. If you guys saw my latest workout video, you guys have seen that I've gone a little crazy, a little overboard with exercising. I have signed myself up for a lot of different types, and I'm loving it. And to be honest, guys, sweating and getting all those impurities out of your body makes a huge difference in the glow that your skin emits. Honestly, even my mother, who sees me every day, and you guys know when you see someone every day, it's hard to notice any changes, especially if they're subtle ones. But even my mother commented that my skin, or I guess the ansek, looks so healthy, and I emit a different kind of glow, and I look fresh all the time. And I honestly, that's something that you can't really achieve by using skincare products. It's a different kind of glow. Also, sleeping helps a lot, as that is the time for housekeeping for your body as well. The third thing that I try to do is I always try to keep in mind what I'm putting inside my body. And yes, I have cut out a lot of the instant food, a lot of the processed foods that I used to eat, or actually binge eat, including ramen, bibimbap. Oh, bibimbap. I do kind of miss it, but I don't crave it as much. A lot of junk food, snacking. I have cut out a lot of these because they just add to the pile of toxins in our body, and they're just so bad for our health. And for me personally, anything that's good for my health is good for my skin. If you're healthy inside, that's just going to transmit through how beautiful your skin's gonna look, how healthy it's going to look. So I have cut out a majority of these things, and it's been about 3 months now, and let me tell you guys, you can feel it in your body. I mean, I feel so much lighter. I don't get tired as much as I used to before. I don't get any period cramps. I know, that's shocking, right? So once I experienced that personally, I just realized how toxic all of these instant processed foods were. And that was sufficient enough for me to cut them all out. Also, in taking a lot of healthy foods like this cabbage juice, my friend, can do so much for your skin. Cabbage is rich in vitamin C. It's also rich in sulfur that can help with your acne. It also helps keep inflammation in check. It has so many potent benefits that's not also good for your body, but also your skin. So, cheers to that, guys. Ooh, I do not like the taste still to this day, guys. Seriously, ugh. The next thing that I'm really stern and strict about is making sure to always hydrate my skin, my neck and hands, and also my body. Of course, I always do skincare after I wash my face or take a shower, but I always make sure to apply products for my hands and my neck as well. One of my pet peeves that I have is seeing really nicely cared for skin, like facial skin, and then seeing really dry, crackly hands. That is a pet peeve that I have. So for me, I always make sure to have a hand lotion everywhere inside my house. And I also have a hand cream inside every single of my bags. I don't have that much, to be honest, but you know, hand creams, I don't know why, but I end up with receiving so many hand creams as gifts, like from the streets. They just be hanging out hand creams in Korea, so I do have a lot. It's not like I splurged on them, so I was like, why not make use of this? So I have just placed a good hand cream in every single place that I am at, so that when I see the hand cream, I automatically think to hydrate and moisturize my hands. And while I'm at it, I just rub my neck like this, especially now that winter is approaching. It's getting a lot drier and colder, so I feel like that extra moisturization really does help a lot. And plus, you know, I've been washing my hands a lot ever since COVID, so I think it really does help to moisturize my skin a little bit more. Also, I always have mist around me so that I can just spray it on whenever my skin feels a little dry, especially right as I wake up in the morning. Sometimes I do feel like my skin feels a little dry, so as soon as I wake up, I just spritz this spritz a mist on. This is the Sioris Time is Running Out mist, which I just finished. So yeah, this is a great oil mist that I've honestly raved about so many times in my videos. But I'll just have mist around my place, just anywhere, and I'll spray it all the time. The last thing that I always try to do, and you guys are going to think I'm even more crazy than I am, and it is I always try to protect my skin from the sun. Now this is obvious, right? And you might think, Sue, we don't think you're crazy for doing that. Haha! Wait you guys, as I explained. So according to research done with Japanese women, it was found that any signs with visible aging such as wrinkle, texture problems, sunspots were found more in non-sunphobic women. And I just had to mention the study because I just loved how they worded the non-sunphobic. I'm so sunphobic, guys, especially when it comes to skincare. But yes, to be honest, there's so many research nowadays stating how detrimental sun exposure or UV exposure can do for the skin. So that's why I'm very serious. I always, no matter what I'm doing, I always make sure to put on sun cream every single day. Even if I'm staying inside the house all day, I make sure to put one on. Also, when I go outside, I always have a sun umbrella with me to protect my skin and shield it. And this is kind of funny, and this is the part where I was referring to when I was saying you guys might think I'm crazy, because I think during the summer, when you have a sun umbrella, people are more understanding. They're like, yes, it's understandable because the sun's too hot, the weather's too hot, so it's an obvious thing to do to keep yourself cool. Now, when it comes to autumn and winter, people are not that understanding, so I get so many weird looks in the streets when I use my sun umbrella. And so what I'll do is very simple. I just block them from my view by kind of tilting my sun umbrella forward. But yeah, definitely I take my sun protection game very seriously, guys. It's the only protection game that I've been playing. So I make sure to apply sunscreen every day. I always have a sun umbrella out. And also because I've been using a lot more sun cushions, I'm able to reapply my sun cushions on top throughout the day, like every 4 hours. So yo, I'm top of my sun protection game. Next, we're gonna move on to things I never do. And aside from, you know, the basic things such as never going to sleep with my makeup on, always removing my sunscreen, whatever may be left on my skin at the end of the day, those things, those basic things I'm really, really good with sticking to. But let me just share with you guys some of the particular things that I also never tried to do. The first thing that I never tried to do is bend my neck by resting my head against the wall when I'm laying on my bed. And I know this is something so hard to do. I think everyone in the world does it. So when you're ready to go to sleep and right before, you know, everyone likes to check on their phone, right? And one of the habits that we have is to put proper head against a wall or pillow or the, I don't know what that thing's called, but the headset, I guess. You end up bending your neck and causing wrinkles when you do that. And that is something that I've been trying so hard not to do. And I say this ardently because I know it's so hard to resist that position because it's so comfortable and it's so convenient, right? No one likes to kind of look at their phone like this, right? It's a little hard for me. So that is one thing that I always keep in mind. And so if I want to look at my phone before I go to sleep, I just sit on my desk and my chair and do it, and then I'll just go straight to sleep. But yeah, I try to avoid it because I want to avoid any wrinkles around my neck. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but I want to prime myself in this. I think I have less wrinkles in my neck compared to my other fellow friends of my age. And I know that's such a huge achievement, guys. No, joking aside, I know it's not a big deal having wrinkles. It's part of aging, but it's just something that I like to do in particular to prevent and to delay any signs of visible aging. So yeah. The second thing I never tried to do, and I think this will also be very helpful for you guys, is to never touch, pick, or pull at my skin. So the first two, when it comes to touching or picking at my skin, of course, I'm referring to picking at your acne, picking at your blackheads. I never try to do that because most of the times I end up failing and I end up bothering my skin even more. So one of the things that I've learned to do is kind of wait patiently and wait till my acne is ready to come out by its own. And as a matter of fact, just prior to filming, I was able to get this little acne out. I just nudged it and it just came out by itself. So I didn't end up hurting or tearing or scarring my skin, and it was just awesome. And of course, I mentioned this before, but if you pick at your skin, you end up discovering so many other details that are actually kind of meaningless, and you end up bullying yourself and you end up bothering yourself about it. You get upset over those minor details, and I just don't think it's worth it. Also, another thing that I try to avoid is pull and tugging at my skin. And that's why I mentioned that I opted for using sun cushions, because even though I love using mineral sun creams, sometimes I end up tugging too much at my skin trying to blend the stiff formula out. So it's so much more easier and convenient to just go for a sun cushion and just dab and blend it right away. And also, I always use an oil cleanser to remove my really super waterproof eye makeup as opposed to using a lip and eye remover, because once you use these, you end up kind of rubbing at your eye area, and you guys know the eye area is the most sensitive area. So just a little type of any irritation or tugging can really cause fine lines. So I just end up massaging my eye area really softly using tons of oil cleansers, and that gets the job done. And also, I try to avoid rubbing my eyes when it gets itchy, and this is such a temptation that I'm having. Sometimes I really have to work on it. But yeah, so I never try to rub my eyes when it gets itchy. I never try to tug at it. I never try to scratch it. To be honest, I just leave it alone. And when it gets really itchy, I just blink hard, hoping that it will just go away. So yeah. So I've shared with you guys some of the things I always or never try to do to take good care of my skin. And I know, guys, some of these are a little extra, right? You don't have to come for me. You don't have to remind me. I know, but these things are just things that I do for myself, for my own pleasure, if you will. If you guys also have any tips that you do, the more particular, the better, because I think it's so much fun. If you do, don't forget to leave them in the comments down below, because sharing is caring, and I think everyone will appreciate these little tips and advices. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to press like, and I'll see you guys in my next. Ciao! Ugh, smells like farts.